Hello, my name is Avery Sandy. I am a graphic and interactive design student here at YSU, and this presentation will go over some of the projects that I've done while in the courses at YSU and sort of my processes and project guidelines that go along with each project. So this is the first project in Print Design 1 where we were asked to evaluate a typeface and create a design that analyzed the elements that a typeface has, such as serif, shoulder, ascender, and things like that. And I wanted to do this in the style of an old Windows machine where you can kind of see the bar on the top of the window with the X button and really give it that throwback look. And you can see that I did this for each of the labels as well. And overall, it was a really great project that made me more familiar with Adobe Illustrator. This is project 3 in Print Design 1, which we had to create a typography dictionary and sort of all the rules and tools that kind of go along with using type. So you could see this, I did things like tracking, kerning, and font family, and this not only familiarized us with creating booklets in InDesign and pagination, things like that, but it also really prepared us for future classes by making us overall more familiar with the rules of typography and just so we can really get a feel for how to use it correctly and have it really elevate our designs. This project was a mix of project 3 and 4 in the typography 1 class, where project 3 was mainly the illustrations and how to create illustrations that go together as a whole. And then project 4 was focused on assembling the poster while using our illustrations from project 3. So project 4 was focused on creating an infographic based on a topic that we chose, and I chose to do mine on a timeline of Kanye West's discography. So I really wanted to focus on how to use a lot of type in an easy to read way. And I think that this project really opened my eyes to how to do so. And it was also great to incorporate something that we did, like the illustrations, into something bigger, like this poster. This is project 2 of typography 1, where we were asked to create a flip book that showcases a font from several different classifications. And we had to also give a brief history and description of each font. And this project, I think, got a lot of people really exploring different typefaces and just getting familiar with all different kinds of options that they have for future projects. And it was interesting to see the history of some of these fonts that I've been using for a while. I mean, it's something that I never really thought of, and it was something that was super interesting to learn. And this is project 1 of Print Design 2, where we were asked to create a set of graphics for a band or music artist of our choosing. And so the package include merchandise, stickers, a vinyl record, and a poster. And this project was cool because it introduced us to Photoshop and photo manipulation, things like that, and also how to put our designs in PSD mockups that are used to really professionally present our work. And I think it really takes your work to the next level when seeing it sort of in a setting like this. So it was definitely a great learning experience, and it was great to see how well these came out. This is project 2 of Print Design 2, where we were creating magazine spreads for an article of our choosing. And this project was really interesting because I feel like my generation has sort of stopped using more physical media like magazine and books. So it was really nice to kind of step back from digital for a little bit and really think about how design works when it's in your hand and how design kind of is seen in the real world. And I think that was a hurdle that I had to overcome with this project. And overall, it just made me so much more educated as a designer in how to create things that really work well in the physical world. This is project 2 of interactive design, where we were asked to create a desktop website based off of purchasing or renting a living space. So I chose to kind of create my own apartment complex, which was called LA Lofts, and kind of really push that elegant look that a lot of newer apartments have in Los Angeles. And this project was great because we had to create an interactive mock-up and an InVision. So it not only got us more kind of working with Adobe XD and creating web pages, but it also added another element on top, which was creating an interactive prototype. And that was the first time we did this in this class. And I think it really helped us not only create a good website, but it also kind of helped us see how our website would actually work if it was uploaded. This is the mood board and style guide for the website. And this is our final project in interactive design that was to create an app that fell under a category provided to us at the start of the project. And my project was called Commerce, which helped creators and artists receive payments securely and safely without having to worry about things like chargebacks or refunds if the work provided was of good quality. And this project was mainly focused on something that would be on a phone screen, which was pretty different from what we were doing originally in the class. So it kind of allowed us to explore a really different type of interface and how to organize information on a screen that small. So this was also put onto an interactive prototype. And you can see here are all of the screens for the project. You can see I have things like the sending and receiving funds screen and the sign up screen and things like that. Here is the persona and mood board for this project. So we really had to take a deep dive into who would actually be using our app if it was a real thing and how we could accommodate for the needs of these people. This is my project in typeface design, which was to create a unique font and create branding assets to go along with it. And I really wanted to create a font that really fit with the Y2K aesthetic and create like a poster and sticker and wallpaper that goes along with that. So my font was called Sign, and this is the poster and sticker that I created. And this is the wallpaper that I created. And this project was really awesome because it just gave us an opportunity to explore something so new. And I think creating a font was something that I never really even thought of doing until this class. And now that I've done it, honestly, it made me want to do it even more because of how cool the process was and seeing everything come together in a way that you might have not expected. Here are all the characters for the font. And now I'll move on to work that I've done outside of class. And all of these pieces I created using techniques and methods taught in the courses at YSU. And I feel like I've made many great steps forward as a designer, even outside of the classroom, because every time I leave the classroom, I'm always feeling so inspired to do more. And kind of see what I can really do in things that I'm passionate about. So you can see it in these first two images here. My work was displayed at a music festival in Los Angeles, and that was a really great experience for me because I always looked up to the artist that I created this poster for, and this kind of really got my work out there, and I look forward to doing similar things like that. And this photo below is a Twitter banner for a social media influencer for the 100 Thieves, which is an esports organization. Here's some more posters that I've created just as passion projects. And another poster, and then this top image here, the cacti image, was me experimenting with rendering 3D objects and putting a label to the 3D objects and then incorporating them into one solid design, which was a really cool experience. And I've done even more after this, and I think I'll continue to do that. And then below that are some thumbnails that I've created for Machi, which is a YouTuber with over 350,000 subscribers. And I've been working with him for a couple years now to really create eye-catching thumbnails that will encourage viewers to click and watch them based on the content that is in the video. So that wraps up my presentation.